It says prologue or a perfect-sided humans. What the fuck? Oh, it's Da Vinci's perspective. Okay. So yeah, prologue, aka perspective of the human that is perfected. So let us get it started. The thought process. I gotta get a little girly here. Huh? The thought process of a human that's perfect. Sure, uh, I have some materials for that, but isn't that topic a little bit niched? Kind of weird. I don't know if it's considered perfected or, complete, but we gotta start from what that concept is in the first place. Well, what I'm trying to say is let's be more simplistic about it, shall we? I'm talking about a human that is perfect, meaning that someone does not make mistakes. It's not that they would overcome difficulties or make the impossible possible. Not that in that sort of sense. It's more like the saying, if that specific person's judgment and situation is perfected in all ways, if there was no mistakes in human error whatsoever, would you call that perfect? How's that for the answer? Ah, then that's pretty easy to answer, I guess. After all, even if you're a genius or superhuman or whatever, everybody, when it comes to judgments, miss will always occur here and there. That's just a natural thing. To be perfectly honest, if you look at the other way, though, a minor miss or just a little bit of mistake in here, or downfalls or mistakes, not mistakes, downfalls. If there's a if you're talking about a human that has a very wonderful capabilities and cover those tiny little mistakes, they can still solve the regulation with no problems. 優れた能力を持つ人間ならそれをカバーして物事を解決できる. It says, yeah, it can solve anything even if there is a fault of human error. However, you wouldn't consider that the quote unquote option that was perfect. So, whenever you want something perfect, perfect means that it is a situation where there was no mistakes. 平凡値な能力の人間であっても、その判断に常なる最適なものであれば、それは完全な行動、完全な人間と言えるだろう。So they're just kind of talking essentially about the concept of perfect, right? Like, what's a perfect? What is a definition of a perfect human being? And Shion said, let me narrow it down a little bit. It says, what do you consider a perfect human? Right? Do you call a perfect human who does not make mistakes? Do you consider that a perfect human? And then Da Vinci says, oh, now that you narrowed it down, the answer is now easier. It says, whether you're a genius or a superhuman or whatsoever, as long as you are a human, mistakes are always there. But if you want to say it the opposite way, with a little bit of miss and little bit of miss there, a person who is very well and excelled in its abilities to cover that, well, can solve such problems with ease. However, you won't consider the option that they've taken a perfect choice. Because when you want to say a perfect decision does not have any mistakes, any slightest, any downfalls, no nothing. Even with an average intelligence, right, average abilities of humans, if the decision they constantly take are the utmost beneficial to them without any downfall, then I would say that movement is perfect, and you would call that human a perfect being. So that means a perfect yeah, if you're talking, yeah, so that means, to conclude it all, a perfect human doesn't have any downfalls, doesn't have any flaws, doesn't have any weakness, doesn't have anything. And so what you're trying to say is that if that person states that, you're saying that human is not perfect by stating that they're perfect. Is that what you're trying to say, Shion? Well, I guess that would be the case for sure, but うっかりミス一つでパーフェクトを逃がしてしまうのが厳選律法の悲しさですね。It says, yeah, you making one simple little mistakes and you'll miss a perfect. Always a sad little, yeah, always a sad little tale of a mathematics and schematic schemings. It is quite tragedy. But if I were to borrow your words exactly per to say, Miss Da Vinci, the opposite capability is possible as well. あるいは完全な人間すら見落としてしまうその問題の方が完全なのだ。You would say that if a perfect human looks down or fail to acknowledge that mistake, that probably is the more perfected problem, perhaps. Well, どんな判断も誤たい完全な人間を裁くほどの問題があればだけどね。どんな判断でも、どんな判断でも誤たない完全。Well, that pertains to a perfect human's problem, thinking about perfect solutions to a perfect problems, you know? Only if that is ever a being. But then let me give you an example. How about this case per se? Let's just say the mistakes weren't a mistake. That human purposefully looked away from that downfall or that mistake on purpose. In order to perceive as a perfect human, and in order to make sure that they are perfected and they are good in every single way, that person purposefully dropped that problem or, let's say, made that mistake. And so, therefore, a problem that was mistaken or left over or not solved by the perfect person should not be solved in the first place. So, therefore, by looking away, right? By looking away the problem and ignoring it, that itself is the perfect decision for the perfect man for the perfect choice. That could be the explanation or the proof of that man showing that he is perfect in that situation. How's that? It's a little wordy and jumpy and a little stretching the conclusion, but Can you guys stop talking and rambling so much? My goodness. It says 投函は弾き空間から離れる. So it says yeah, a battleship will fly away if a battleship will fly away from the Northern Garden if it gets too cold. 疑問官とスペシャルアドバイザーが争ってるんだ. It says, yeah, now that the technical engineer and the special advisor are bickering and just constantly butting heads at a wall. I'm here to report and give me a current situation of the sit rep. Do your job, please. Reporting is your duty. Your duty. Oh, sorry. I forgot about that. The reason why, もともとキャプテンの、is that we totally forgotten that we've arrived to report to you, Captain, the findings. Whoops. Well, I guess we better talk about the Gnome Karadia currently in its situation, and let's talk about what's going to happen from here on out, shall we? After the Britons lost Belt's destruction, few days later, I guess, we were met with the beast, Koyanskaya. She was in her infant form, and after we've connected and I guess we've made a peaceful agreement of ceasefire, right after that succession, we were attacked by the foreign gods. And because of that, we lost our hideout, aka our secret safe house. The Baldandering Sea has been, well, let's just say, not existent. Luckily, all the staff members and the Nob Karadia was able to be emergencyly rescued by the Stormborder. By using the gravitational pull and sending the gravitational pull in reverse and pushing it back into Yuga Olgamuri, aka the Foreigner God, we were able to use the Baldandering Sea as a flashbang of sort in order to blind her while we escaped. Well, the fact that it didn't follow us, technically, the fact that it didn't follow us in technicality means that that tactic worked, I think, but to be perfectly honest, that thing or that person, its abilities, sex, capabilities, and possibilities are kind of out of out of bound. So I really can't judge it normally ahead of the ordinary. However, by obtaining the Thrice Megis 2, aka the Spiritron Calculator, and moving the entire future prediction lens Shiba's big body parts into the Stormborder, currently we were able to move Karadia into the sky, aka a flying fortress, the Stormborder using it as its home base now. And we were able to resume our adventure. The reason why we were able to escape from Yuga Olgamuri is because we relied on the future prediction that Torais Megis II has predicted, and we are now moving into a safer district zone. We're currently troubled with multiple beings and multiple movings and shifts and whatnot of, emergency evacuation, so we're still at flight currently. Yep. ユーラシア大陸を東西へ移動しながら、ユーラシア大陸。The fuck is a ユーラシア大陸？ユーラシア、ユーラシア大陸。ユーラシア大陸を西から東へ移動しながら。So I think they're slowly but surely moving from Britain to slowly Constantinople. I don't know what Russia is. If anybody can tell me what Russia location is, it's Europe, Asia. I guess, yeah, Russia. They're moving towards Middle East side-ish, bottom, right? たまには使用して残ったエッセンスを交換してリソースを補給したり、たまに着陸しては残った荷物を粒子化してリソースを補給したり。Okay. So it says sometimes we would land, discreetly in order to make sure we particleize and particle change some of the stuff as materials, as resources, so we can replenish some and 結局最後には休憩地に長きしたんだけどね。It's Eurasia? It could be Eurasia. Yeah, yeah. Eurasia, yeah, they went from Britain, they escaped Britain, we were in the Baldandering Sea, after the Boldandering Sea, we are now currently moving further north of Eurasia. Yeah. Because remember, we were at Tunguska, right? We were at Tunguska, and from Tunguska, we ported back to we technically ported back to Tunguska, and they went up. ずいぶん寒い思いをされたよ。寒い金、いや、標準地症じゃないからね。あら、やっぱりキャプテン寒かったんだ。ごめんごめん。そこは多めに見てくれ。So yeah, they went in the very end, went to the north side, and went for a deep submergence, right? They went super north. It's getting super cold, and Captain is complaining that ship's getting cold, therefore he's getting cold. And then Shion says, "I'm sorry. I knew. So you can get cold. I apologize, but make sure you overlook it this one." Even Torais Megis II says the northern district, right, the AKA the Upper Russia, is the safest, is what it has suggested. It says, I know. After all, the foreigner god attack has not happened here, and we're not being chased by it. Maybe. It says that's until yesterday, right, Captain? ブリテンの優秀で許してエッセンスはもうこれは武器化はほぼ完成した。Oh, damn. So now that we've obtained the Holy Sword essence, right? The essence of the Holy Sword, its base structure that we've obtained in Britain Lost Belt, the weaponizing is almost complete. All we need to do is run a couple simulations and test drives multiple times, and yes, 必要数回こなすだけという状況になった。And we're practically good to go. ゴルフ教官、日の出であるホームズ、ご自身である私、そして彼ら全員のスタッフにおいて、我々は休憩を後にした。Oh, interesting. So, with that said, after a few simulations, it's ready to go. Commander Godorov, the first advisory homes, and engineering me, and all the staff have agreed, and we left the North Pole, essentially. And then we've started to go. We were ready, and we were starting to head to the destination. The final battle and final place will be the quote-unquote the South America where the foreigner gods reside. We're using North America's land base, and little by little creeping into the final territory of the Lost Belt. 政権補充の正式名も先ほどチェンジした僕たちめニモシリーズ一度文句なしの称号だよ。Oh, interesting. So, aka Excalibur has been installed into Nemo, aka Into the Storm Border, and the Nemo series have finally officially branded this weapon to their liking. Seems that my series has no problem. It's a great name. Right? It's a little, exaggerated a bit, but I think it's great. What is it called? Who fucking knows, bro? Emergency, detection, irregularity, detection. Uh-oh. Torais Megis 2 has predicted the future. Shiba, error. Both error in observing near future observation. Gnome Cardea によるフォーナーガードの粛清には記録されていない障害を発見しました。A circumstantial accident has been observed, not has been touched nor done by the foreigner god. 白紙地球における人種証明地図原子を確認。Oh, interesting. It says the bleachification, even within the bleachification of Earth, the astounding humanity, proper human history's authentication or proving search number decreasing confirmed. Due to the interaction from the past, it has now affected the present, so we have now confirmed the dangers and the warnings. All Cloudian staffs, emergency ray shift is necessary in order to stop this sequence, please. Shiva has detected that this will be the most gratuitous, most devastating attack against proper human histories. Direct attack has been confirmed. So Shiva has observed to be the most direct attack to human history. Oh, interesting. It is a gigantic special singularity field. Huh? Oh shit. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Olga Murray just said, fuck you guys, I will kill you in the past, so there is no future.宿、棺桶屋だけが友達なのさ。The great fucking this is some it's good. That title just gave me Black Butler vibes. The grave shopper is your only friend. We're a long ways from South America. Right now, we're like in the North American-ish, right? Because we went from the North Pole, we dodged Yuga Olga Mary. Now that we've got our weapons ready to go, now we're like heading towards down south, and we're like going into Canada, into North America. Storigoto, talking to myself. Hey, saying blank blank. I cannot do it. I don't know if I'm alive, nor if I'm dead. Am I standing up, or am I standing down? Am I thinking something, or am I not thinking something? Am I praying for something, or am I hoping for something? I don't know anything, but there is no pain, but there's no happiness. There's no worry, but there's no comfort. But all I know is the future that were to come, and a bad shivers, and something is telling me it's end of something. The back of my mind. That I know that somehow, some way, some instance, without a meaning, without a warning, just die. But something inside of me, something that reside in me, was able to, you know, um, just able to prolong my life just a little longer. So, I sincerely hope, until the end of the very end, I hope that I can still be human and be its proper form. I'm not gonna just pray. I'm gonna sing. Because now is all I can do. Yeah. Talking to myself. That's right. That's probably correct. I'm probably a traitor of all this. Well, I might have betrayed proper human history. I probably betrayed its loyalty. Maybe it's a tragedy, or I should say, as a person. It's probably my downfall that I was useless, or I was helpless, or some would say my usefulness, right? My sins, my actions, my duty. All of those until the end of day comes in but a swift. At the bottom of the river falls, called Lineback. That's your boy Holmes. That's your boy Holmes right there, boy. Lying back. Yeah, got him. So I told you Holmes gonna fucking betray your ass. But it does say it was his uselessness or his helplessness, right? Like it's not technically his fault because he was good, right? His sins, my duties, his job. He sees it ending. But remember, he's just talking to himself. Alright, so now we're going to be talking about this gigantic scaled singularity, okay? I can't definitely give you the era date. It's unstable, but it's somewhere around the 1700s. There's a weird thing that there's at least 100 years of distortion, I guess. 場所特定不可能ですが観測できた数分のものより南方アフリカヨーロッパなどは排除アメリカとして先行されてます Oh, interesting. It's in America. So we detected the gigantic singularity not in the eastern region, not in Africa, not in Europe. It has been stated specifically on America. The magical energy is not as thick as the ages of the gods, however. The distortion in the observation is very worrisome and very big. Damn, Anonymous with a bit of Reno Cappuccino. Hey, big priest, my man. You are awesome. Thanks for the ghost spooky bits. Not sure why there is not an alert, but that is also good because it would have distracted me. Dankeschön. Oh, this is kind of sus. Not gonna lie. Yeah, not gonna lie. It says, 雨の降る地のようでも、なので、魔力超の引っ張り機に難じています。It seems that it's an area, right? It's a place where it constantly rains and whatnot. So the magical distortion is being pulled here and there and make it unstable to confirm it perfectly. It's to the point that anti-army noble phantasm is being blasted left and right. It's that unstable, to be honest with you. And, well, here's another problem. The human observation rate is error. Wait, an error, you say? What do you mean by, error? It's not like EX or something that would be beyond the wild, beyond the wandering, but an error? Right? Because it's observation, right? Observation is because whenever you're observating, you have this depth, right? Human depth, and then there's a rank. This one, however, does not have a depth rank, and that's a very problematic. And Mash specifically says, "Hey, it's not EX. What's going on?" Bum, 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 Yes, it's not even EX whatsoever. Yep, this is a unique and original case. A case that never happened in the first place. even if it's a very minute or minute, right? Very small singularity, even in the smallest class, it'll have an E minus to be recognized. So this is weird. Because after all, if it goes below that sequence of terminology, it won't be even called a special singularity in the first place. Is it bugged or something, I suppose? I do hope that's the reason. Whenever it comes to the level of humanity, I'll constantly monitor and give you the observation. And so please wait for the announcement when we get there. It is currently any answering or any solving problems are impossible at this point. I see. So, basically what you're saying that we're about to enter or go into a unknown location that we have no idea of, huh? Yep, that means we have to get there to find out, right? I feel like this is we always constantly go in and out, but you are correct on that, boy. Well, luckily, the ray shift ray shift servants that are capable of coming with you is at least Mr. Holmes, one of them. So, since he has a compatibility for this singularity or whatever, make sure he just gets out there and prove everything right away and come back home, right? I can count on you? A big role you have given me, but yes, please leave it to me. I will seek the truth ultimately, and as a detective, it is my job. All right, I'll be in your care, buddies. Is that a way to say hello to me now? Is that enough explanation for the singularity? Then let me continue from my side. Currently, we've got another servant coming in. It's not a mash, sadly. Yes. Unfortunately, my Ordenhouse maintenance hasn't fully finished ever since that circumstances, so, Yep. As a head engineer here, until the maintenance is done, I will prohibit MASH from going into any singularities without her armor. After all, you went through the fairy isles and Tunguska. You were continuously battling a harsh battle. There might be some different blend or a unhinged sync graph here and there due to its possibility being there due to this long battle. Damn. So you won't come with us this time too, huh? So Cad, if you've noticed here, it says you won't follow us this time either, huh? AKA he wasn't there in LB6. And he's not here in 6.5 now. And that means that we got a fucking Omega class warning, chat. Because remember, if Fokun doesn't come, that means shit's about to hit the fan. That is unknown to us. Tunguska Fokun came because it was, as a fellow Beast 4 Kek W'en. It's warning? Yes, it's warning. Is it Orthonax update? No, it's a maintenance. Because she did do LB6 and LB6 kind of low-key fucked her up for 1,000 years, right? Technicality. Plus, and she fought through Beast 4, right? Oh, I mean, yeah. Pog Champ. It's a clown Holmes, bro. It's a clown Holmes. Fucking Holmes wore a clown shirt. Sus. Got him. Dab on him. We got him. Clown Holmes confirmed. Yeah, that's what I thought. I fucking told you 2 years ago, baby. Everybody just bust out clown emojis. Anyway, sorry. I got too excited there because Cad got me trifling. Back at it again, baby. Got it all right 2 years ago. Woo! Could be a possibility. Feels good, man. Hey, CZ, can we get a shout out for my boy CZ here? Cat, can you shout out CZ for me? If you enjoying my stream, I don't stream as often as my boy CZ here. Make sure you hit that follow button for your boy, fellow Team Explosion member. Give him your love. Because if I'm not here, he's there for you. All right? He plays more than FGO as well. If you got any other gotcha questions, he got you covered. And new games every so often. Good morning, CZ. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the 6.5 translation stream. So do be careful. You know what? I think it's a celebratory clown outfit, baby. It's clowning time. Got my boy. Oh, nice. Congratulations. I think I'd spend about 200 and what? 70 sync words? Got nobody. Got one new 4-star CE. I'm over it. So now we're going into story time. So be careful, CZ. This will be spoiling. So watch out. And here we go. So last off, we just talked about is, Fokun's not following us. So that's a warning. The fact that Fokun's not following us is a big warning. It's as well, now with all that situation, we're planning to get additional member added to your race shift. That's the plan. And that other person will be... Do not get your hopes up, nor do not get yourself nervous. It is I. Vlad! Sir Vlad! It is a big role to play, of course, but I will gladly accept this. Well, in technicality, besides Sir Vlad, there are multiple servants that was compatible with this servant, but unfortunately, 3 servants is the maximum race shift amount of number we can afford. If we were to send MASH later on, it will be 2. And the fact that Mr. Holmes was already a confirmation, it would have been 1. We've all discussed it peacefully, and no bloodshed was necessary. After all, that's funny. We talked it out peacefully, and we resolved the problem successfully. We didn't shed that much blood. It says, does that mean that they tried to choose this by killing each other? Hold up. Musta. It is a singularity filled with mystery, but do not forget your objective. It says, an enemy that you'll be facing, wavering and fluctuating your emotions, would sometimes prove to be fatal. Well, I guess it'll be a bit too late to say that, because LB6, right? It'll be a little too late to say that. However, my Musta, do as you wish and do what you will. I will protect you. Then let us so I will be in spirit form waiting for orders. If you have something to say or want to talk, let me know and call out. A very reliable person indeed. Yep. Well, you got one more person. I guess I could call it a special guest. A special guest that'll be race shifting you with today. Wait, what? One more person? No blood necessary? He didn't say no blood necessary, right? He specifically said there wasn't much bloodshed. It said no blood necessary. He didn't say that. He says there wasn't much bloodshed. That's the funny part. It says White. Yes, there is a special guest. Well, if there's two masters after all, the movement speed and the range of covering would be much better and easier, right? Miss Xian, does that mean... Wait. Cadoc's coming? Or director? Are you the master? I see. It is, no, I don't want to go. I'm the commander. I stay here. Well, if we were to send him, I guess it would solve that problem too. But we'll leave him here for now. The second master is here. Come on in. Hey, Cadoc. Cadoc's here. What up, fuck boy? Yeah, I know. Former A-Team Master, Cadoc Zephyrum. You know me. What? Cadoc? Hold on. Aren't you a cryptor? Yeah, I'm a cryptor. But you've already eradicated my lost belt. And my safe house, that was supposed to be a runaway place for Olympus, is now gone. And if that's the case, my only logical option is to surrender and aid you. Well, I know you guys won't believe me if I say that and trust me on it, but whatever. I don't believe this for a moment! No way! That's good. You keep that disbelief. The only way I can prove this is through actions and not through words, so... Wait. That collar of yours, it's... Yep. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes and a good catch on it. Well, Xian, explain whatever you did. Yes. Well, as you can see, this is the classic Atlantean mage killer collar. We'll be monitoring here, and if he acts any shady and move accordingly without our plan, well... Let's just say the collar would activate by itself. His magical circuit will be completely destroyed, and he'll be dead within moments. Of course, if he tries to remove it too. It's not like we're trying to kill him specifically, but... However, with this, magical circuitry will be destroyed. Therefore, likely death would follow afterwards, right? Oh, I forgot to mention this as well. A unauthorized magical usage too will activate its collars, so please be careful, okay? This is this is some sick joke, but whatever. I guess this much caution is necessary for someone like me, right? Talking to a human for 500 years, that's not somebody else and talking to an enemy. Cadog? Yeah. Oh, I give him a handshake. It says, "I'll be in your care." What a good pro tag. All right. Well, first things first. Whenever you're facing a mage, don't show your hand, your actual hand. Open up front. Giving away your hand, including the physical one, will give out too much information, okay? You do understand that master who holds a command seal in their hand, it is very important how that is. You know how important that is, right? So don't use your command seal hand to do any important action like handshake. Oh, oh, oh he's. It's a very mage-like thing to say. Even I, who was technically a mage, is still remembering that fact. Well, Protag Chan's he's got a master capability, and he's technically not a mage, so. Well, I guess Kadok Zephyrum, you could teach him a basic or two about being a mage, can you? Of course. Miss Shion, what about the Silius Ulite? I couldn't able to remove it, so just we'll keep it in the back burner for now, and please observe him for me. Understood. If the foreigner god can use Silius Ulite in order to close the distance or use it as a temporal catalyst to summon itself, it would already do it by now. So therefore, I don't think it has any relation with the foreigner god at the moment. However, being too worrisome, too worrying will give away that fact, and it will not be good for all of us. Of course, if Silius Ulite is a seriously strong command seal, then we'll be able to activate the collar before it activates its abilities, I believe. I sincerely would hope we can avoid activating the collar or the Silius Ulite in our circumstances. Well, Shion, explanation is done on my side. You got something else to say? Ah, yes. One last thing, of course. In this specific scenario of this special singularity, with the hieroglyphic prediction of sort, there were multiple keywords that has been rendered and notified. The keyword is no problem, revolt. What is that kanji? Meimei? 問題なし反撃せよ Meimei. I don't know that two kanjis together. Huh. Mondai nashi, hanran seo, Meimei. I don't know the last kanji there, but essentially it says no problem, revolt or, attack, and then it's something else. It's just, what is that? Nan no kocha. What do these mean? I don't have a word or a clue either. And practically what it's shown in front of our eyes is, well, all we know is that in this singularity, it's something that we must not let go. Or in this special singularity, it is something that should not be averted, right? It's almost as important as the 7 singularities that we fought before. That's the only 2 points that I'm getting. それでは7つ目の異世界の前にして足踏みになってしまうようだけど。Well, with that said, before we arriving into the 7th Lost Belt, it seems like we're about to go on a detour, off the beaten path, but it is a gigantically large special singularity. We must destroy it at all costs before it affects the future. So prepare for ray shift. Understood. Use Google Lens? I forgot. Don't worry about it. Can I really be getting ready to be set up by that collar? It could. The collar is just protection, right? Just in case. Toraum. The illusionary fantasy of life or death. I'm telling you, home sus. Sus Holmes. If I can't prove it to you in that circumstances of the lying back fucking recall, bruh, that shit's fucking sus. いかなる時代、いかなる場所、いかなる思いにもいても、a certain place, a certain timeline, and any thought process and thinking in general. War. War never changes. It doesn't say that, but whenever it comes to war, success is a very difficult thing to do. I'm gonna die. 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 There's a construct of only useless deaths, abundance of humans, age, sex, without a doubt, war. Humans of every kind. They would work together. Those who would be lucky enough to help each other, using its techniques to try to survive. Those who would work together but all of a sudden would die instantly. In a blink of an eye. If you die, the flesh becomes the soul. That is the true nature of living things. However, as a servant, they are not allowed to do such so. If they would die, they would disappear. They would lose their acknowledgement. They would lose their existence. And the memories and the records that existed dissipates. They would die. Yes. Without a trace, without madness, they would be unacknowledged. No matter what kind of hero they may be. Hero that saves the country. An anti-hero that probably brought upon calamity for a revolution. But they would all die if they were to die here. As if no trace were ever told or known. War never changes. No matter what so this part, it does say war never changes. So war never changes. No matter what the timeline and how far the times grew in technology or civilization cultivates. Whenever it comes to killing each other, it is the final step of negotiation. Their objective is one, and one and only. It is to revolt. It is to rebel. It is not against a king, nor against a god, nor against the world itself. It was a revolution, a revolt against proper human history. Do you understand why you were summoned in this exact place right now? サーベントとして召喚された、サーベントとして召喚された歴史的な英雄である彼らにとっても、この城は大変難しいものだった。Even as a heroes of the history that were summoned as servants, to them, even this castle was a very difficult thing to endure. In this castle, there is a crimson, wait, 四国じゃない、バラケンランと四国の今秋、旅人なら一生痛む。In this castle, there is a crimson aura and a black flame of madness shrouding around. If it's a regular person, they would die. Their mental sanity would have dissipated. The madness incarnate, physical manifestation of this pure madness shows before you of this beautiful glistening girl. No, no, mistress or Queen Krimhild. We do not know exactly why. Her name is Kriemhild. With the song of Nibelungen, it's the German tale, right? Her husband Siegfried was murdered. A queen that would promised and prayed for revenge. I really like her outfit because it's the costume of, honoring the dead, aka Siegfried, and then she had his sword. You've let the enemies escape. You've let the enemy escape. And you, of all, within the midst of battle, caused the confusion in the battlefield. So now choose. Explain yourself.私の退避はライダーが戦場を混乱させたため。私の回避はライダーが戦場を混乱したため、踏み止まれば死は目に見えていました。あれは敵ではありません。ただの子供でした。Okay, so it says, the reason why I have retreated is because the writer has caused the confusion and a chaos into the battlefield. If we did not stop moving forward, death was upon us due to its confusion. And the class archer said, that wasn't our enemy. It was just a child. I do sincerely apologize. It was my fault. I will take any punishment necessary. I see. If 踏み止まれば死は衰えずとも部下たちの無限な死はなかった。It says even if you weren't 踏み止まれば it says if you have stopped moving, the death might not have come now, but those that worked under you, that died for you, would not have died in vain. That itself is worth the death sentence. There is no children in the battlefield. Even if there is, that is a servant. Do you not understand that circumstances and give me backlift, you are going to be paid with death sentence? And why? Because you knew exactly that my personality was like this, that you would use your words carefully in order for you to be spared. Very smart and very scheming. I don't need you. You bastard. You insane revenge demon. You would say that now, of all times?